In the world of esports, there is no rivalry more heated and controversial than the one between the two giant tactical shooter games, Counter-Strike and Valorant. Some people see the debate over which is better as nothing more than a trivial conflict, while others insist that the comparison is necessary to understand the design decisions, strengths, and weaknesses of both games. It's a radical shift in the esports scene, which compels us to pause and closely examine the essence of this rivalry. It has always been a symbol of authenticity, built on a legacy that spans more than 2 decades, where mechanical purity is the sole determinant of skill. On the other hand, it presents itself as a platform for the future. Before we start the video, please give it a like and leave your opinion in the comments. Let's get started.
Looking to do it. Matches with a double right back.
First up, we have the essence. The main and fundamental difference between Counter-Strike and Valorant is a fundamentally opposing philosophy regarding their core mechanics. In Counter-Strike 2, the gameplay is based on the belief that true skill is revealed through pure aiming and precise movement. While it certainly seems that skill can truly take on entirely new dimensions through the application of strategic abilities and well-executed tactics, the intricate recoil system in CS2 is remarkably complex, with each and every weapon meticulously following a very specific and predictable pattern, which requires precise memorization and intensive practice to control weapon accuracy when aiming. Additionally, movement is considered an integral part of aiming accuracy, where quick stopping using the counter-strafe key is a fundamental mechanic to achieve 100% accuracy immediately after stopping, which consequently makes it quite difficult for new players to effectively master. However, the focus on mechanical purity was a major reason for player frustration at the launch of CS2. The game faced serious technical issues such as bullet frame warp, which is when firing a shot from the weapon does not hit the target accurately due to some issue, whether it's from the network or a technical error in the game, which goes against the core of the game and frustrates players who are used to perfect accuracy, leading to great disappointment in a community that is arguably more emotionally invested in the game than some might think. On the other hand, the shooting mechanics have been significantly simplified, offering new players a much more understandable recoil pattern, where the initial 7 bullets are considerably more accurate before becoming entirely random, and the overall movement within the game is also considerably simpler, as players can stop moving and then shoot with full accuracy, which makes stopping much easier than in its counterpart 2, which requires more complex mechanics. However, this comes with an added layer of strategy through the agent system and their unique abilities, introducing new elements to gameplay that aren't limited to just shooting. Each agent has 4 unique abilities. Supporters believe that these abilities add another layer of skill, while some purists in the community see them as a gimmick that spoils the purity and diminishes the importance of pure mechanical skill. Nevertheless, this approach was not adopted to imitate 2, but rather to redefine this genre of games and attract a wider audience, which makes a direct comparison unfair, since both games target distinct objectives. And here we finally come to our very last point, which is the community. Every single community is widely known for certain distinctive behaviors, which frequently sparks heated and often intense debates about which particular one is more truly toxic or genuinely difficult. In CS2, for example, the community is quite often described as having a rather unique kind of humorous toxicity or even outright verbal brutality. Voice chat within the game can be absolutely full of insults and extremely harsh criticism, especially after a particularly devastating lost round. Many veteran and experienced players strongly argue that this specific type of communication is an integral and accepted part of the game's raw, unfiltered culture, and that it is a form of emotional maturity focused on performance rather than the individual. One player explains that even if dedicated CS players are subjected to harsh insults, they continue to play seriously and truly try to win the game, and rarely decide to throw or deliberately sabotage the match. This incredibly high-pressure culture strongly reinforces the pervasive idea is truly a game for dedicated professionals, and that negative behaviors are simply expressions of frustration over poor performance. It is believed that the CS community consists of older players with broader experience in competitive gaming, which gives them a greater ability to tolerate this kind of behavior, while the community may use explicit insults less frequently, and this is because Riot follows a strict policy against bad behavior, which leads to players being immediately banned for provocative verbal conduct. This approach, despite its good intentions, has not eliminated negative behavior, but transformed it into another form. Many players frequently point out that the community is often significantly affected by minor disputes, which can unfortunately lead players to throw the match, completely neglect it, outright refuse to play, abruptly stop communicating, or instantly surrender after losing a crucial round or even a round that wasn't particularly significant to the overall match. It is widely believed that the primary reason behind this phenomenon is that the players are generally younger than those in CS. As a direct result, a player might simply decide to quit or deliberately sabotage the match, which inevitably leads to a guaranteed loss for everyone involved. This fundamental contradiction in behaviors shows that both games have their own unique community issue, and that each community may see the other's toxicity as worse based on their personal experience. And these were the two most important points in the game, the gameplay style and the player community itself. And now we've reached our final section. Who's better at the game? After a comprehensive analysis of the mechanics and competitive systems, it is impossible to declare an absolute winner in this conflict. Both games offer a unique experience to their respective community, and each has its own strengths and weaknesses that are completely opposite. CS is about authenticity and legacy. Its philosophy is based on the purity of mechanics, where raw skill is the highest value. It offers an open competitive experience but is often neglected by the developer, leading to chronic issues and disappointment. As for Valorant, it is the game of the future and innovation, with an approach based on simplifying mechanics and attracting a larger audience. That was my opinion on games. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and leave thoughts in the comments. Tell us which game you finished and which you prefer and why you prefer one over the other. Goodbye.